Hi guys, I have a different kind of review today. And some of you are probably going to think I am out of my mind crazy. Reusable tampons. Now, I know what you might be thinking. That is gross. Or why in the world would you do that? You know, I've got a lot of cloth pads, a lot of menstrual cups, soft cups, and I still felt the need to wear tampons occasionally. And I was just a tampon girl. I always have been, ever since I first got my period. I was 16 when I got my first period, though, so I was kind of a late bloomer. Uh, so, which is, I mean, all my friends were wearing tampons. It seemed natural just to go ahead and start wearing those. So, I didn't want to cheat on reusable menstrual products. It just seemed wrong that I occasionally would buy a box of tampons. So actually a few months back, I decided to go ahead and order reusable tampons. And I never actually intended to do a video review because I was kind of embarrassed. Just, I was afraid, you know, some of you might think it was really gross, which, I mean, you might. But I've gotten to that point now where actually I like them, and, you know, maybe you might too. So, to start off with, this is what they look like. They look kind of weird. They are made from hand-crocheted, 100% cotton yarn. And she does have organic yarns. You can pick what color you'd like them. The yarn, she has undyed, unbleached, if you're worried about, you know, dye chemicals and things like that. But I got mine off of Etsy. Her shop is The Little Apricot, and she is so nice. I had like a zillion questions. I had never even heard of these before until I was actually looking for cloth pads online, and I came across reusable tampons, and I was like, that is amazing, you know, freaking awesome. So, for 5 of her regular, it's $17. But I have to say, her regular are really big. And they look like this when they come. And I know what you're thinking, this does not look like a tampon. You have to roll it. You just do a tight roll all the way down to the bottom. And then the tip kind of forms a little, you know. And this isn't rolled as tightly as it could be. It looks pretty big, so I actually wrap my toe around it, and then I just tuck the toe under itself and kind of pull so it keeps the tampon secure, as well as just makes the toe a little bit shorter. So you put it in like a regular tampon, you take it out like a regular tampon, you rinse it with cold water until the water runs clear after you take it out, and you have to store it in a soaking bucket. You have to store it in cold water and replace the water at least once a day. I replace mine twice a day just because I'm kind of paranoid about germs. But these, I mean, I have 5 of her regular, which I don't wear near as much as the mini, just because this one is so much smaller and it's more like a regular tampon. The colors are actually really cute, kind of like a cloth pad, you know, the colors are cute. They're very reasonably priced. This would definitely get you through a whole day, or at least it should. She included the mini for free, and I'm really glad she did because these were a little bit bigger than I expected. So I do wear these when I have a heavy flow, and I wear this with a regular flow, and it worked out perfectly, no problem, no leaks, no nothing. And I was actually really excited because I love tampons. The hardest part about making my switch to cloth pads was the fact that I would occasionally buy a box of tampons and just end up using those the whole cycle and not end up using cloth pads. And I felt so horrible. And with these, I don't even wear them that often. but I feel a lot better that they are reusable, and I don't feel like I'm cheating on my salt pads or something. So I will post a link below to her Etsy shop, and you can check them out if you'd like. But that is my review. Let me know what you guys think, if it's crazy, if it's actually a good idea, or if maybe even some of you have tried it. So yeah, that's it. Bye guys.